We are live. This is going to be a really weird podcast because I am recording this in the pitch black night, dark sky community from Sedona, Arizona. Beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Chandie Speaks podcast, Whispers in the Dark edition. Yeah, literally, I just got off of work. This is my radio personality voice coming back at you guys. I don't give a fuck. How do I sound? Whispers in the dark. Yeah, so I'm recording this from my van, per usual. There, will not be a video version of this podcast. We're just gonna keep doing it. I know it seems like really silly right now, but we're just gonna keep it going. I'm back. It's Tuesday night. What a day. What a day it has been. It's 10 o'clock at night. And your girl has been busy. I've been up all day. Y'all know last week I had the opportunity to stay in a bed and breakfast for like a few days. I doing some part-time housekeeping, so I was able to stay in the room. Well, I was on my way into work one morning. Story time. We're going to go into story time. It was actually right after the recording of the last podcast last week. What day is it? Can we start from the beginning? I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I left this microphone. Oh God. I'm trying to be respectful of the people who may be sleeping right now here in beautiful dark sky community. It is pitch black. It gets so dark so fast here, and they don't believe in daylight savings time. So I don't know. It's like when the sun goes down, you got like 15 minutes before it's like pitch black, and it could be like 7 o'clock at night. So it gives like a real spooky vibe here at night. Sedona's kind of like a retirement community. So these people, they're into that. They get in bed by sundown, and it's also a big tourist community, and we're moving into our slow season. Yada yada yada. Well, okay. Today is Tuesday, December 16th. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a funny recording because it's the first time I'm recording like very last minute. Oh my God, you can hear everything. Can you? And I'm like whispering. Chandie speaks in the dark. Literally. So this will be for tomorrow, December 17th, 2025. And yeah, it's Tuesday night. We're gearing up on the last couple weeks here, you guys, of the year. What a year. So last week, I keep getting sidetracked. Whatever. Thanks for listening. Thank you guys for coming back. I uploaded the podcast for last week. And then I walked, I was leaving the bed and breakfast and walked up to my van, which is parked a little bit, away from it, to drop off my equipment. And then on my way back into work, getting ready to work, I was leaving my van, and this guy on the bicycle, older guy, was riding past right as I was getting out of my van. He said, "Good morning." I said, "Good morning." "Good morning," you know. Then I crossed the street, started walking, kept walking to work. Then I see him about a half a block up do a full-blown U-turn in the middle of the street and start heading back to me. And I'm like, oh God, this is weird. This is going to be weird. You can just feel it. Like, oh God, this can't, like, he can't just have like a bicycle routine where he just does circles in the street. I knew he was going to come back to me, say something. And I don't really like getting approached. I really don't like getting approached, even though I'm approachable. That's like the catch-22. It's like, I am approachable, but I just don't like being approached. Does that make sense? And I'm like, ugh, here we go. And I gotta put the face on. The Luna face. Everybody loves Luna. He comes up to me. Didn't catch his name. Didn't care. Didn't ask for it. I was minding my own business. Now I'm being approached on my way to work by a guy on a bicycle. He's like, something. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I know this is weird. He stopped me. He's like, hey, I know this is weird. You know, it's weird to walk up to strangers in the street, but something told me to come back and ask you if you needed a prayer for anything right now. Okay, you guys. And the reason why that was crazy, right? That came off guard because if you listen to the last episode of the Chandie Speaks podcast, I was talking about how I was, you know, sitting around with a couple hobo friends, you know, from Massachusetts, and how I thought it was like, you know, we were sitting on the corner and they were flying a sign, you know, and it was a funny sign, and people were stopping to give all of us money, and then a couple people, you know, they gave us some prayers and some you know, supportive words of encouragement, and you know, really, you know, good positive blessings and stuff. And I was saying how, you know, if I weren't sitting on that corner with the other hobo crows, you know, respectfully, I probably would have never heard those prayers, and I needed them. And I'm like, that kind of stuff never happens to me. Literally, the last episode I was talking about it, and almost simultaneously that guy turned around on the bicycle, you know, and I went to go start work and asked me if I needed anything. He's like, something pulled me to come and ask you, right? Isn't that crazy, you guys? Like, I was like, oh my God, you know, and my little hippy dippy brain, I start, you know, tripping like, what the fuck, you better think of something good on the spot, you know, like, damn, I guess I wasn't really ready for it. Touche, universe. So yeah, and you know, they say be careful what you wish for. You know, I just thought it was so trippy that it fucking happened, so I sort of panicked. I don't know, what would you say, really? If someone felt like a pull toward you to come and offer you some prayer, you know, never really thought about it. People don't really go out of their way. And I was saying how, like, you know, if I was on my way to work, that stuff never happened. And it's like almost like I manifested that shit. No, really, go back and listen to that, because it's almost like I manifested that. I did that with my mind. That's crazy. That's so wild. So I panicked. What did I say? I'm trying to think of verbatim what I said. I said, pray for me to have to help me overcome whatever is blocking me from bringing myself to the next level or my highest potential. And it sounds like, just saying it like that, even now, it sounds kind of like generic, but it was like the first thing that came to my mind. And he even said, he was like, oh, there's something else. And I was like kind of on my way to work, so I wasn't really trying to stop. And he was like, do you want to share? And I was like, no. He's like, if I see you again, would you want to talk about something, talk about it? And I was like, I don't know, bless you, thank you. I almost cried. Like, really, that was a crazy experience because I was just talking about it. But I don't know. Did I waste a prayer by saying that, you guys? He did say he was going to pray for me. And I haven't seen him since. It's been a week. So, yeah, that was a good intro, true story to the podcast. We don't really have much going on this week. Okay, so that kicked it off. What else happened this week? I've been tired. I've been really tired. I'm working on Christmas. I'm basically working 5 to 6 days a week. I'm trying to get to Costa Rica, you guys. Seriously, I'm trying to get to Costa Rica. I had a long damn year. I earned that shit. So I'm getting into these holiday hours. What else? Okay, let me look at my notes. I do want to say that I am really proud of myself. Shoo, Shandy's whispering. I do want to say that I'm really proud of myself for being off of TikTok. Let me look. I think I'm 30 days clean today. I think I'm 30 days clean today of TikTok, you guys. And I don't know. I feel light as a butterfly. I ain't with any of the bullshit that y'all on. And I feel like a weight has been lifted. I don't know. It's like something, it really is kind of like a spell. It's like when you click on the app or log on, it's like you're activating your willingness to be sort of, under a spell. It feels like the TikTok spell. Dun dun dun. This is where I would play my scary music if I had a little fancy sound effect machine. But really, all right, on a hunch. I went on a walk today. Way earlier, probably around right around sunrise. I was trying to catch the sunrise with my drone. Actually, I might throw some of those clips in the video version of this, but I haven't really been doing much flying lately. It's getting a little colder. Been working. But on a hunch, I was like, what exactly could I possibly be missing? What was it? Candace Owens. She was hot or something on Instagram and YouTube about some interview. Like, she was trending. So I re-downloaded the whole TikTok app just to see if I can get a snippet of what the fuck is going on there. And I couldn't even do it, you guys. I literally had the app installed for like 25 minutes tops. Couldn't even do it. As soon as I logged on, I just felt like a flood of energy just sort of, just come over me. It was like weird. It was, and next thing you know, I wasn't even walking anymore. I was tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. I was like up in that app. My dog's like pulling me along. I wasn't walking, but I was like a zombie of a body. It was weird. Like all my energy was just like in it. I sound so hippy dippy woo woo, and I don't give a fuck. If you know. So I uninstalled the app. Like, it took me 25 minutes to read all my notifications and try and get some information about the Candace thing, and couldn't even do it. My body was like drained, and next thing you know, time was getting away from me. Like, instantly. I'm not exaggerating. I'm really sensitive to that. And yeah, I felt it. It's a spell. It feels like I'm under some kind of spell. Is it too? I mean, hey, that's just how I feel. This will be funny. This will be a fun podcast. So on that Candace Owens thing, I haven't even got a chance to look at it. I know she was supposed to do like some private interview with Miss Erica Kirk. Also weird energy whenever I look into Miss Erica Kirk's eyes. And I'm just trying to be respectful because I understand she's, a widow. I don't know if she's mourning, but she is a widow. So, yeah, it just feels like weird, draining energy sort of sucking you in. And it's, I'm so glad that I don't pay attention to all of it. It's like I don't want to watch the news and be like misinformed. But then if I don't watch the news, then I'm like uninformed. Right? So it's like I kind of just wait for whatever to flow with me. But you guys know I love fuck with me some Candace Owens, so I might just go ahead and wait till it all like calms down at the end of the week and then watch it all on YouTube or something. I don't know what's going on. It's all part of the show, you guys. It's all part of the show. What else is going on this week? This is crazy. We're only 16 minutes in. Barely 16 minutes in, you guys. I thought these stories would be longer, but I don't know. I'm too tired to really dive in right now. I'm really tired. Too tired to really dive in. A lot of stuff politically going on right now that, I just hear about, but I don't really have much to say about it because I don't really dive into it. I know there was like a mass shooting recently. I'm not a news reporter. I'm not a journalist. There was something I heard about a mass shooting and I don't know. I don't know anything about it. We're still moving into this winter solstice soon. It's still technically autumn here in the northern hemisphere. We're moving into the winter solstice here on the 21st, which will be less than a week away. And I've been having some trippy dreams. Now, this is really what I got, you guys. And I know dreams are kind of like, they're weird to hear other people's dreams. I mean, I can understand how it could feel weird to hear about other people's dreams because it's not you. Especially if you're not in the dream, like, who gives a fuck? It's the only thing hearing about a dream is just, it's up for their interpretation. Not yours, really. It's kind of just like a weird story that doesn't make sense, and I get it. But that's what I got, you guys. That was just my little about to tell you a dream disclaimer. I've been having weird dreams, and I think it has something to do with me knowing that I am like trying to shed and release and let go of things that I'm not trying to carry into 2026. Physically, spiritually, all of the above. So these dreams have been like kind of tripping me out. Also, I haven't been smoking as much weed, you guys. Literally, I just hit the weed for the first time today because, I had a couple extra dollars in my pocket. Whatever. Bought a pre-roll. And that was like my first time today in like quite a few days. So I've been not really smoking as much weed. So my dreams have been coming in, number one. And then like I feel like subconsciously, I'm trying to release things into before the next year. So, man. Oh, God. Do I want to say this? It's weird. Okay. This one dream. I can't even really explain that one. This one dream. Okay. I was like in this like bus station or airport or something where it's like an international travel place. Story time / dream time. And I thought it was interesting, because I've never had a dream like this before. And I know I've never been there before, but I know that I wanted to come back. So like I was leaving and then I came back home, which I guess is, America or my van. It wasn't America. I felt the energy of like, I've never been there before and it was another country. So I brought a friend who I've traveled with before, who just happened to have a birthday on the same day. So maybe this has something to do with it. Like I was sort of processing, us traveling and her birthday was that same day. I don't know. So we get to the we get back to the place, and I had that feeling in my dream where I was like, okay, I've been here before. You've never been here before. You know, we're going to have a good time. We're here. We're traveling. So, I don't know. It goes to, she's like outside waiting for me. And I'm like, I guess, waiting for my bag or something. I don't know. I'm in the airport still. And then like, I'm like having a conversation with like the desk people about my bag, or just shooting the shit. Not even realizing what's going on, right? I step outside and it's like completely like a ghost land, like no one's around. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's like deserted. I turn the corner. Right around the corner from the bus station is this fucking King Kong type fucking gorilla, bro. This gorilla was crazy, like Empire State Building. Like, this is a huge ass fucking like abnormally huge gorilla, just like roaming the streets, and then there's people screaming and running for their lives. I didn't even know it's literally right around the corner, and I was like, what the fuck did I just walk into? What country am I in? I don't know. But there was this huge ass fucking gorilla, and it wasn't being aggressive or, you know, angry. It was just like roaring really loud, and it was fucking huge. It's a giant. It was not like a real, it was like a cartoonishly huge gorilla just roaming the streets of this big city. And I vaguely remember like a hawk or an eagle that was like the size of a fucking airplane, like flying around him, like this huge ass fucking cartoonishly big hawk. I know this is weird, you guys, but anyway, I have a point of telling this. I ran inside, and then one guy came in, didn't know this guy, but he sort of barricaded us all. Like, nobody in the bus station knew. I ran back into the bus station. Nobody knew what the hell was going on outside, and I just ran away. And then we sort of barricaded ourselves in there. And then I later woke up. So I immediately Googled what the general interpretation. I know it's up for my interpretation, so it'd be weird to read but I think some of it was valid, considering, like I said, the things that I'm trying to accomplish before the end of the year. So I'm gonna read about some gorillas in your dreams, dream interpretations, and I'm probably gonna get off of here. This is gonna be a short one, you guys, but I just thought it was interesting. AI overview of, I've typed in dream of gorilla on the loose in the city meaning, and the AI overview says that a dream of a gorilla on the loose in the city often symbolizes a conflict between your primal instinctual self and societal pressures, or feeling that your unacknowledged fears or emotions are running wild. Yeah. The specific meaning depends heavily on your emotions and the gorilla's actions in the dream. And it has a bunch of other, common interpretations. A gorilla is powerful. It's a powerful wild creature, while a city represents civilization and rules. The gorilla being loose suggests a part of you, your raw emotions, instincts, or an uninhibited aspect of your personality is rebelling against the constraints of your daily life or social environment. Can also represent unacknowledged power or emotions. The dream may highlight unacknowledged anger, frustration, or personal power that needs to be addressed. Come on, I think they're speaking to me. I feel really seen right now. If the gorilla felt menacing, it could represent a fear you are struggling to confront in your waking life. Did you run away, try to capture it, or interact with it? Running from the gorilla might suggest an unwillingness to confront a challenge in your life. It's not that I'm unwilling. I'm just, I'm kind of casually trying to pass it off as like not a problem, I guess. Whatever this problem is, like I know I can identify it. I've been trying to identify as many, shortcomings, I guess, and get through it. But I am human, and I also have this whole ego thing holding me back a lot of the times. Hold on, I'm going to read some more of this. It says, dreams involving gorillas often evoke emotional responses associated with power, either our own inner power that needs unleashing and asserting itself against outside forces, the fear we face when facing a perceived enemy, or the feeling of being overwhelmed by oppressive forces which cannot be challenged head-on during our waking moments because they're too powerful, causing you to maybe retreat into the dreams. Man, it tripped me the fuck out, bro. And I just woke up. It felt real. Like I should have known it wasn't real by the size of the gorilla, but it felt so fucking real. And okay, I went onto a couple dream interpretation websites. This one says, a gorilla in your dream symbolizes your fight as well as the victory over difficulties in your waking life. But a dream of gorillas could predict trouble with false friends and business partners, and it is a sign of disappointment and hostility. To dream that you attacked a gorilla means that you will have major conflict with others. Owning a gorilla means trouble in real life. No, I didn't do any of that. Gorillas are a sign of animosity from others, as well as spiritual problems, doubts, and suspicions, especially from your colleagues. If you dream of a gorilla in your house, you will fall in love deeply. No, it wasn't in my house, but yeah, that made sense about possible conflicts from colleagues. Y'all I've been talking about that. That's things that I'm not bringing into the next year is drama from the last, every year. That's every season. I just try and do it every season. Clean house. I think that's it. Let me see. The dream could indicate anxiety about losing control in a situation or belief that your natural impulses are problematic. Desire for authenticity / nature. It might also reflect a yearning to reconnect with nature, your intuition, or your authentic self away from the hustle and bustle of modern urban life. There's also external conflicts. The loose gorilla could symbolize people in your life who you distrust, perhaps colleagues or friends who are acting in an uncivilized or rebellious manner. A lot of stuff here. I took a lot of fucking screenshots. If you don't see any comparisons, another possibility would be to examine your masculine side. Since the psyche is androgynous, it could suggest to integrate or incorporate a more aggressive approach in life. Sheesh. To stand your ground, to beat your chest, letting others know to stay away from your territory. Your dream will provide you with clues such as locations and people around you when the gorilla rears its head. Jeez. Since dream symbol have a tendency to be quite deep and metaphoric, we can look at the gorilla as a mirror of your instinctual sexual urges or instincts. I saw that coming. These feelings are not accepted yet and remain hidden, deep, and tangled in your mind. In essence, you must come to grips with these unwanted feelings by making them conscious in your life. Yeah, I'm getting a little too deep for me over here. Oh my. Yeah, there's negative gorilla symbolism, physical or sexual aggression. Yikes. If you dream of yourself as an aggressive gorilla, I wasn't the aggressive gorilla. And the gorilla wasn't actually aggressive, but he was roaring around. He wasn't hurting anybody, but people were running for their lives while he was walking through the streets. Maybe he wasn't intentionally hurting someone. I feel like maybe he was lost. I don't know. If you dream of yourself as an aggressive gorilla, it may mean you're dealing with unprocessed anger or even sexual frustration. But hey, if you're dreaming about it, your subconscious is attempting to talk to you about it, and that's usually a good thing. Thank you. Probably. You know, hey, it is what it is, you guys. Negative gorilla symbolism. Danger. A dream encounter with a gorilla in which you feel menaced or as though the animal is going to hurt you could mean that you are struggling with friends or colleagues whom you distrust. Yeah, it keeps going back to that. I got multiple sources who are telling me it's probably that or sexual aggression, or that I'm running away from myself, my authenticity. So yeah, I think that was a nice little rant right there. I also had a dream that I don't really remember the details of it fully, but it was a couple days prior to the gorilla dream, and it was mostly about like me in a maze of a place. It wasn't inside or outside. Like picture like Maze Runner, but it's like a city of a maze, and every door I had to get through one obstacle to get to the next obstacle just to get out. And I like saw my van, but like there was obstacles to get me there. It was a kind of a trip, you guys. But I'm gonna read if you guys have ever had any. I know this is so interesting. If you guys have ever had any maze dreams, let me tell you what Google likes to interpret that as. Hold on, I got a couple more gorilla interpretations here that I forgot. I skipped over. It may also represent greediness and self-centeredness, something which we all have within us at times. Perhaps most concerningly, though, dreaming about gorillas could indicate an unhealthy reliance on others for approval. In other words, a worrisome level of monkey business in our lives, whether it's through monkey tricks or simply making a monkey out of ourselves. Oh goodness, this theme regularly pops up in dreams as a warning against taking unneeded risks just for validation from others. It also reminds us to watch out for any gorillas on our back that are adding unwarranted stress onto our lives. All these meanings together suggest caution not only against risk-taking, but immaturity too, if we allow ourselves be influenced by frivolity instead of relying on more logical thinking. That was a word, okay? Okay. What a word. I felt like that was some deep shit right there. Very, it resonates with me personally. Let me know, y'all. Do you have any gorilla dreams, or what's your animal? They say I've never had a gorilla dream before. I've had wild birds before in my dream. Usually like an eagle or a hawk or some America bird, you know. I think I've dreamt of crows before. I've never had a gorilla in my dream, so this was all just wild and eye-opening for me. It says the majority of gorilla dreams are often experienced more in females than males. Go figure. Wow. Go figure. The reason why this particular image resonates within girls is the fact it represents a protective or dominating force that has power over your movements, father or husband. May this be a symbol that encourages you to reflect on the relationships that could be controlling or protective. It is known that the head of the troop or family, the oldest and strongest adult male, is usually dominant over the female, thus the intimidating force of the gorilla. Oh my god, this is funny because shit I've been going through, y'all, okay, hold on. Thus the intimidating, I'm gonna read that last sentence over. It is known that the head of the troop or family, the oldest and strongest adult male, is usually dominant over the female. Thus, the intimidating force of the gorilla becomes unconscious to you, encouraging you to examine the connection between two opposite forces. If you don't see any comparisons, another possibility would be to examine your masculine side. Okay, yeah, I read that part already. Ain't that a trip? I forgot that I read that. Okay, let me get to this maze interpretation. Got a lot of information with that gorilla there. Okay, so the key symbolism. Let's go to the AI overview. I think I Googled dream of trying to escape a maze meaning. That's it, just basic. And the AI overview said, dreaming of trying to escape a maze usually signifies feeling lost, trapped, or overwhelmed by complex life situations, discussions, or emotions. I probably could have guessed all this. Reflecting a subconscious search for solutions or a way out of current challenges like a tough job, relationship, or personal problem, often pointing to a desire for freedom or control. It symbolizes confusion, unresolved issues, and the struggle to find a clear path forward, but also carries hope for finding a way out through perseverance or new perspectives. So yeah, that's, probably could have guessed that. Key symbolism, the maze represents confusion, obstacles, and the difficult journey of life or self-discovery. The act of escaping signifies your active effort to overcome these challenges, find answers, and regain control. And dead ends indicate feelings of failure or hitting barriers in your waking life. What to ask yourself? What areas of my life feel confusing or overwhelming right now? This is some deep shit, you guys. And it's almost 11 o'clock at night. I could really go in on that, but I'm really fucking tired. Really fucking tired. But I just thought it was kind of trippy that I'm having all these dreams about self-discovery and facing myself and all this pent-up aggression, apparently, that I have over something. Myself, life, from time to time. I got a lot to be grateful for. I'm going to end it on that. We're going to end it on that, you guys. I did a good rant. We're still here in the dark sky community. Beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Thank you for listening to Chandie Whispers in the Dark. No, but yeah. I this morning I was actually, after my walk, after I had that energy draining from like less than a half hour of getting on TikTok. I'm not even bullshitting about that. I guess it could have been the weed as well, because it was my first time smoking, in like a few days, almost a week. So maybe that had a part to play in how I was feeling. But I was like, I came back to my van after my walk and after flying my drone. And I was kind of just bitching to myself about myself. I was like, giving myself a hard time and not giving myself enough credit and being just really hard and ungraceful and kind to myself, I guess verbally. But sometimes, I gotta tell it how it is, even to myself sometimes. Sometimes I gotta hear the hard truth. But then I remember saying, okay, well, there's something that I need to release right now. I was just getting ready for work. I was kind of mad that my time was like taken up by TikTok in just a short period of time, and time just got away from me by design, as designed. So I'm sitting in my car getting ready for work, and I'm like, well, what is it that I need to release right now before I go into work? Because I'm not about to carry this into work, this energy. And I sat there, and I literally sat there for a moment in silence, and I was like, it feels like I feel something in my heart right now. I hope I don't I'm not trying to recreate it, but even talking about it, I can still feel it in my heart. I was like, it feels like in my heart right now that I need to, maybe it's just gratitude. And then I felt like a wave of emotion, pour over my heart. And I was like, yeah, it is fucking gratitude. And, just grateful for being able to just bitch to myself in my van, whether anyone likes listening to it or not. I like listening to it. I make voice memos for myself when I get into my good old grooves. And I like it. I'm so grateful that I get to do that in my van, that I got for myself, that I'm, building for myself with this life in this beautiful, beautiful city of Sedona, Arizona. And it was like a wave of, like, my heart felt so full. It was just pouring out of me, and I just released it, and I just started crying. I told you guys, anyone who's been following me for a long time, y'all already know that, like, I do cry every single day. And mostly, when I cry, it's mostly crying in gratitude and just joy. Don't get me wrong, I process my shit, and sometimes I gotta let it out. But most of the time, when I know I feel like I gotta release something, I really do feel that gratitude just, like, resonating all in my soul and my spirit. And it just comes out. Hippy dippy woo woo. It just fucking comes out. And I just start crying in gratitude. And I'm just so thankful and so blessed. And I had a great fucking day. When I was like, oh, that was it. That was a good cry. Started going to work. First room, I do housekeeping. So first room I clean, of course. There's a There's a $20 bill sitting on the fucking right in the door. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a fucking good day. Made another $20 at my night gig. Money was just rolling into me, and like, I ate good. I have full tank of fucking gas. My bills are paid. Got to go out with my dog this morning before the sun rose, before everyone else got up. I have a peaceful life that I've created for myself. I create my own life. I live intentionally. Good God. All right. But yeah, that was me. It's not sunshine and rainbows every day, but I'm still grateful for this little human experience that I'm really hoping that I don't have to do it again. As much as I do love it right now, I ain't coming back. Y'all, I'm really trying to get all my karmatic footprints in line, everything in line, because I'm not trying to come back to this ghetto ass planet. And on that note, you guys, it's been 40 minutes, 45 minutes or some shit like that. I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna edit this at some point, probably early as crack of dawn tomorrow, and upload it. Thank you all for stopping by. You can still follow me on TikTok. I'm just like, probably not gonna fuck with TikTok anymore. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Chandie Speaks. Email me, shandyspeaks@gmail.com. All right, I'll see you guys next week.